Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego should die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego should die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
What's going on, guys? As you already know, I'm Brandy Savage, and I'm here to bring you the Four Sides Hot Tags. Now, the Four Sides Hot Tags is where we get tagged into the ring following a PLE, a premium, a pay-per-view, and we give our thoughts. Now, we hope this is as brief, as exciting, and as entertaining as a hot tag. Now, let's get into AEW All In. Now, thirdly, I enjoyed the show, and it had a great beginning, if you want to say, in 0 hour, with the great return, the big return of Jamie Hayter. Now, Marcus, I want to know if your thoughts, if you feel this return was worth 0 hour.
I mean, I feel like it was 100% disrespectful. I felt like there could have been a better reason to bring her in, and especially both of the women's matches that they had during the main card. But yeah, in my opinion, very wasted to bring her in with a crowd that isn't fully there yet. You know what I mean? It's not, seats aren't packed yet. You could even see as she was coming down the ramp, she's like trying to pump the crowd, and I felt like in her heart she probably didn't get the pop she wanted, but it's really good to see her back, you know?
Yeah, I think it's one of those examples of the roster's too big that they had to, to bring back somebody like that, to put him on 0 hour, I think is I don't know if I want to say wasted or a mistake, but yeah, for the crowd's sake, for her sake, it's definitely a waste of a pop.
Definitely.
Now, going forward, we had the Pac and Blackpool Combat and the Acclaimed and the was it just those three?
For the tag team match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trio match.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Blackpool
tag team
Combat,
title or the Blackpool
sorry,
Combat? Yeah. Blackpool Combat Club. We had the Patriarchy. We had the House of Black. And we also had golly, memory just slipped my mind. House of Black, BCC, Patriarchy. Golly, why can I remember that fourth team?
And that's in a sense,
this match was really lackluster to me, in my opinion, as well. So,
as you can tell, we can't even remember the other team. But Pac and the Blackpool Combat Club ended up taking the title. A little drama in the match and things like that,
which was really weird as well, you know.
Yeah,
like to have, I don't know. I feel like I don't know, man. It's just like it didn't sit right with me knowing that Pac and the BCC won, because like Pac just cut a whole promo where he told us like he wasn't even worried about All In, and all of a sudden, he's in All In. He's in a title match with a faction I don't even think he had links to. You know what I mean? And just won tag team gold with them. I don't even know, like kind of like a slap in the face to Jon Moxley, who wasn't even involved, or even around, I should say.
It almost seems like it, like yeah, almost like a little disrespectful to Jon Moxley. But Pac definitely joined in with the boys. I'd definitely say it's more random, very random. But following that, we had the AEW Women's Championship match. And I have no words for this match. I was probably the match I was most excited for the whole night, like going into this pay-per-view. And it delivered. I'll definitely say that.
I would say delivered. People were complaining about the time of the match. I feel like, even if you thought it was short, if it was too long or whatever the case might be, like both those women still delivered.
I have no problems with the time of the match because I did not realize how short it was, because I mean, I have to say, like those girls were cooking with gas in that ring, and every time, I think like Mariah May is probably my new favorite women's superstar in AEW.
Oh no, facts. I mean,
Yeah,
no, she's up there right now. You know what I mean? She's been fantastic. So it was really this whole story. I could probably say it's the best story that the card had. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And to be the second match as well is kind of like I feel like that's a little slap in the face to your who's supposed to be your women's champion. No disrespect to Mercedes, and we'll get into Mercedes as well too. But it's just like this is your women's champion of your promotion, and you got her coming in second. Like she's coming in before your mid card women's champion. It's kind of wild. Like especially like Jericho was after all this. Just
yeah.
like ugh. The placements of the matches is probably like one of the biggest issues I had with the card. But overall, I do agree that Mariah May and Tony Storm killed it, man. They were absolutely probably second best match of the night. So it should have been co-main event in my opinion.
I agree. It actually probably should have been the co-main event. It's funny. I actually made sure to write down some of our predictions, and we were all wrong on the trios match. And
Oh
you,
really?
Marcus, were the only one wrong on the Tony Storm match. You actually chose Tony.
I know.
Yeah. So
It's just because like she's great, man.
No, I agree. I think
It's funny.
I think
It's funny though. I chose Tony with us, but then I chose Mariah in the fantasy league.
So I
But
get it. It was a fandom
even
choice. It
even
wasn't
while we were
to-
watching, you know what I mean. I told you guys like I really want Tony to win, but I definitely understand if Mariah gets this title right now. So
Yeah.
it was still a
think-
good choice, Ed. And it's just going to be great story, and this new character development for Tony Storm is probably going to be incredible. So I'm really really excited to watch that as the weeks go by to All Out and wherever they're going after that.
I think that's been the best part of this entire run of Tony Storm, and with Mariah May on her side is just the story. So I feel like it can only get better. So like they always say, like, and Cody Rhodes was saying, this the one story ends, it's just a chapter ending. Now we have the next
Right.
one, and I'm looking forward to Mariah May's title reign. Hoping it's a long one. Hoping it's a successful one and an entertaining one. And I know we are looking at her on the eyes of Tony Storm's run, which we don't know if it'll be that, but we can't look at it from the same lens.
No, it's gonna be a different type of run. You know what I mean? We're gonna get different types of matches from Mariah May, so it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun, and hopefully Tony Storm doesn't revoke her rematch clause so fast. You know what I mean? Give her time off. So she deserves it. She's been holding it down.
So speaking of that, we've seen somebody in the crowd who's paying close attention to the match. I can't. Her name's slipping my mind right now, but she was
Mina?
Mina, yes.
Yes,
So
Mina.
do you think that'll be the first one? Do you think they'll build?
Yeah, I look-key think she's AEW, man. I think they've just been waiting to like announce it until she's like fully done. But she's been a part of their roster. I think a little bit before Forbidden Door, we got to see her at Forbidden Door. So, I think it'd be really interesting. It'd be a really interesting mix. At this point, I got to see Mariah May and her mother wrestle one-on-one after she slapped her like that. That was crazy.
That was probably the wildest part of the match. I can't that was my favorite part of the match. Like,
how do you slap your
I'm sitting there
mom,
looking
Joe?
at you like, is that her mom? Did she just slap her mom? And they're like, so I'm like, is that Tony's mom? Because that's understandable, but
Yeah. What
your
somebody
own
said? I think I
mother?
saw somebody that was like heels being heels. It's like, no, man, that's not how that works.
It's funny because I'm always like, I love a good justified heel. But
That's
damn,
facts. I guess you're right too.
love
Like
an unjustified heel. She was not justified, and I loved it. So
that's
yeah.
facts. We always say like, oh, this person has to go out there and slap babies for you to hate him. Like Mariah May slapped her mom, and everybody was like, yo, what?
GOAT.
So right, facts. Everybody was like, I wish I could do that.
You know who's the GOAT? Mom. Shout out Mom for letting that I'm sure it wasn't planned. I mean, I'm sure it was planned. So shout out for her letting that slide.
Facts. The fact that she like put her daughter over like that, it was
crazy.
It's like, yeah, sign of respect. Yeah, shouts out Mom for holding it down like that. That's what's up.
But next we had the tag team match, and I really do want to get Chano's thoughts on that. But Chano Channel, here we
say
are.
his name. Say his name, and he shall
And he
appear.
appears. We believe.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Channel Hendry.
I was trying to get in the Mariah thing, but I was like, Jesus. I'm like, these niggas not gonna bring me in.
But
Now-
Chance, give us your thoughts on that match, man.
Which one, the Mariah thing or
The moderately aged bucks, as you call it, as you call
bro.
them.
Bro, they're almost 40. You're no longer young. You know what I mean? You're washed. You're close to being washed. You're the moderately aged bucks, and there's nothing wrong with that. But honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I thoroughly enjoyed that match. I tried my best to hate on it. I really did. Like I have my brother-in-law downstairs. I'm trying to bring him with me to Full Gear because Brandy wants to move and shit. So I got nobody to bring with me on matches. So it's gonna be me and my cousin Tyne and my brother-in-law now. I was like, yeah, they think these guys are like one of the greatest tag teams of all time. They never touched the E, this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, spot after spot after spot. I'm like, this is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a great match. And aside from that, I think my favorite part was Max Caster being a finisher whore. Just doing everybody's tag team finisher with them. It was hilarious. My man did the Dream Machine with one. He did what was it, the V Trigger? That's not the V Trigger.
V Trigger, yeah.
The V Trigger without the Bucks. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, you really horn yourself out right now for these tag finishers. It was a great
Talk
match.
about fantasy booking yourself in a match just to do everybody's finisher.
Bro, it's crazy because I know these guys are all friends in the back. So like, yo, it'd be mad cool if you help us do our finishers on everybody else. Fuck with that. That's how I would book myself, honestly.
Yeah, and at the end, I'm still gonna go over. That's a crazy work relationship they got there. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you know what? I'll put you in a match with us, but you can't win.
You can't win. No, obviously not. You could just do all of our moves, and
I do have one question though, because there was reports
can't win with that.
That when the Bucks we did their contracts, they recently we did them. They signed up for less dates, right? So as we know, the tag division is kind of like wishy-washy as it is at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you see them dropping it by WrestleDream?
I could
to do the part-time dates, because I don't think the tag division.
I can see them dropping it. What they got All Out coming up, right? Before WrestleDream.
Against
I can see them dropping it at All Out.
I mean,
I guess yeah. Or what are they now? Grit teeth or whatever, something like that. Grit your teeth.
I have an issue with guys over 35 calling themselves young. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm not going.
They were young, grizzled veterans,
Yeah, I don't think they're the young grizzled vets anymore. I think they have a new name. They're going by something different.
It's like when Merrill calls himself the Kid Merrill. I'm like, bro, you're pushing 45. Stop it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I truly feel like it doesn't really matter what tag team is brought into these tag team divisions, because if the stories ain't storytelling, your tag team division is just going to be in shambles, and that's for both promotions.
My issue with AEW is they love introducing these people for title matches. Like they were doing it notoriously for Tony Storm. When everybody came back, it was a title match. And that kind of I'm like, damn, you're kind of losing your luster. But I really hope, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I feel like this Elite versus AEW thing kind of peaked a little early.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like there was meat on that bone, but they sped it up for whatever reason. But I don't know, man. I wonder what's the future of this tag division, because I really thought that plan was going to run away with it. Anybody want to tell me about that? How you felt about that match?
I mean, yeah, man, Marcus, if you could tell us how you felt about that match.
About this tag team match?
Yeah.
I thought it was an entertaining match. Like I said, I mean, I agree with everything Chan said. I think it's just crazy that you really have a chance to put either a really good tag team over, or another good young tag team over, but you went with yourselves, and it's like. It's you could have just made it, it was still a good match at the end of the day, and it's just like they did all the stuff that I guess fans wanted to see, like doing your finishers with other wrestlers and stuff like that. Max Caster had a really good opening, entrance, as he always does with some of his raps, but he really went into it. Yeah, he killed it on this one. And Anthony Bowens, man, is a star. That dude's fantastic. Literally, he could go on a solo run and he could probably be like a TNT champion or something like that. I really enjoyed it. the Young Bucks, man. Hopefully, All Out, they drop the titles to to the Grizzly Young Vets, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what this tag team division is anymore. I'm trying to figure it out, but as long as these two guys hold these titles,
I mean,
I don't know.
personally, I feel like these guys are probably gonna hold these titles at some point through Japan or something. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna drop them before they go there or something like that. I feel like they love displaying their belts in other companies and other countries, and who better to get booze than the Young Bucks?
I don't necessarily agree with that, only for the simple reason that like when you the young bucks or the moderately age bucks, they're synonymous with New Japan. You know what I mean? Like they've been
Hmm.
out there
Mhm.
for a long time. So doing a crossover promotion with one of their tag teams aren't really doing anybody real justice. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure you can go back in the archives and just rewatch that match.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
know what I
sure,
mean?
but they always love recreating things like that, and they also love putting their belts on people from other companies. So you can also see it; they drop it to somebody in New Japan or
I
something
mean
like
that's
that, and then they'll
I think that's too far out though. What's that like 4 or 5 months out?
yeah.
That's a hot skip away. You know what I mean? Because it's Wrestle Kingdom and then what's the it's back to back days. What is it? What is it, Marcus? Wrestle Dream and what else?
Um,
I'm gonna look it up now.
is it Full Gear?
Now Full Gear's in Jersey.
Full
Wrestle
Gear's where at where's it in Jersey?
Newark. Yeah, Newark,
Newark.
Newark. Yeah, I'm
Newark,
going.
yeah, Newark.
Nice,
I'm waiting for the tickets to go on sale.
not bad. I won't be there,
I know
They
you
they
won't.
always go on sale.
but
Wrestle Dynasty. It's
Wrestle Dynasty.
it's Wrestle
Wrestle
Kingdom.
Dynasty.
It's Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty back to back in Japan. You know what I mean? So they have a real interesting chance to go do. Actually, shout out to AEW next year, man. They're going everywhere. What? 4 continents. They
Hmm.
doing they're doing Aussie. They're doing Europe again. They're doing Asia. And what was the fudge? It was Forbidden Door London, something in Australia, Russell Dynasty. Damn, I had the fourth one at the tip of my tongue. I don't know. They'll probably come back to me
I
right
know.
after the show. I'm not even gonna hold you.
We'll get to that when the shows start coming up and I start planning these vacations.
Yes, sir. But next, I think the one thing this match was missing, and we spoke about it. We spoke about it on the last podcast. It was missing from the entire card. That was Okada. And Okada was the second entrance to the Casino Gauntlet match, which was the match that followed. So they answered us right away why Okada wasn't in attendance for that match. Now, I want to know what you guys think about the surprises. If you guys think the pops were crazy for some of these guys, because I heard some of the pops for certain people in that match were the biggest, like Jeff Jarrett. But yeah, Marcus, why don't you tell me what you think about that match?
I will say before I talk about the match, I will say we were shocked that he was left off the card. Not that he
Yes, we
wasn't
were.
in the event, but also that match that he had with Claudio. I take that 100 times over that FTW championship match.
Yes,
But
sir.
but no, I thought this gauntlet match was really cool, man. It's I feel like sometimes they really need to display the rules of the gauntlet match because sometimes it could be a little confusing and there's a lot going on. But I guess once you figure it out, as soon as one person gets pinned, the whole thing is over. But
Yes, I think we spent the last pay per view trying to figure those rules out too.
but it was really cool, man. To see Nigel was dope. You had guys like um, Ricochet debut. I mean, my man
Yes,
got the
sir.
pop and everything. That was
With the
pretty
big
cool.
R.
Right. Ricochet debuted. I don't think everybody was saying that they didn't see that coming. I think we saw it coming. We just didn't know when he was going to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think he debuted in the right way in a gauntlet match. He didn't really like get to show us his skills, but we saw enough to know that he's healthy and ready to go. So that was really cool. Having the moment with Zack Sabre Jr. and Nigel, that was really cool. You get to do things like that. I think my brother really wanted Nigel to win so we could get Brian Danielson versus Nigel. But I think it's cool that Christian won. But for me, it's just like when they did that, you kind of already foreshadowed your main event,
Yes, they did.
and it was a little weird. And it's just like, Okay, let's see how this story is gonna pan out. But shouts out to Christian, man. He's been killing it for the last 2 years. Like Chana's been saying, man, that dude is, you want him on your TV. He's probably the biggest heel that they have, the best heel that they have. So shout out Christian, man. Doing this thing at his age, which I believe is over 45.
I think honestly, I don't I don't think it really foreshadowed it. I think anytime you do a career versus title match, you kind of get an inkling of where it's going. You know what I mean? So in a sense of Christian winning it, I was stupid hype because they treat those contracts like money in the bank contracts. You know what I mean? So realistically, he doesn't have to be the main event of All Out. He can, oh boy, can let whoever fight him and then just catch the scraps at the end. But overall, man, I popped for Ricochet. I was more surprised that Ricochet kept his Ricochet name and not go under as somebody else. You know what I mean? That I was surprised for. Nigel, I was pleasantly surprised. I'm not gonna hold you. The reason I was surprised was he hasn't wrestled in like over a decade.
13
So
years.
go out there, show the boys he still got some grabs and he can still hold his own.
I thought you was gonna say the only Nigel I recognize is Nigel Thornberry, but
Nah. Listen, I acknowledge Nigel from Kid Next Door. If you know, you know.
you know, you
Who
know.
that is. You're too young. But yeah, man, it was cool. I popped for Jeff Jarrett. My man still got it.
Mhm.
Moving and grooving. I still want to see him and Ric Flair in a 3 Stages of Hell match.
That'd be wild.
That's on my agenda. Listen, that's on my agenda. Or a Texas Death Match.
Nah, I think Nigel McGuinness is probably my favorite part of the match because that is probably the least expected return of the match. But yeah, man, I think Casino Gauntlet overall, I enjoyed the match. I think I'm a little disappointed because I did want Hangman to win. I'm a little disappointed that Christian won. I don't think that was necessarily the right call. Just I hated the way it was done, how it was done, but that's just me. I'm a little bit of a cynist.
Hill shit, man. What you want?
It was just like, is Christian worth it?
Yes, 1,000%.
Yes.
Worth it.
Yes, I think there's two different stories you could possibly tell with this, right? So like one story, you make Christian Cage freaking world champion, and he goes off and just be a menace, telling people he's glad that their fathers are dead and he can take care of them.
And he's
Right.
the daddy of AEW now if he's the champ.
Or two, when he does go to cash in this so-called money in the bank, right? 'Cause initially that's what it is. When he so-called again cashes in that contract, we finally get the turn of Killswitch, where he doesn't get the AEW World Championship. So either way, having Christian Cage as your AEW World Champion is good for business. Having Killswitch turn on him, causing Christian Cage to lose that AEW World Championship is good for business.
It's not a
Personally-
bad call. It's not a bad call, man. Christian is arguably the biggest heel the company has.
No, I
No, no,
guess.
no,
I mean,
That's true.
yes,
And he's a
yes.
draw. He's a draw.
But
And he's
it
still
was
over 45 and he's still wrestling good matches. What more do you want from the guy?
that's the yeah. I mean, I get it, but I don't. It's like what I'm saying. I have mixed feelings about it. Where it's like Christian has been just in the. I guess I don't know if he's at this title shot, but he's just been in the picture so long, and he's been running around doing this, and it's like as soon as he won, we all knew. I mean, I personally knew. Chance that it wasn't as predictable, but we knew he wasn't swinging the block for Swerve again.
Okay, quick question. If Hangers would have won, if Hangman would have won, it would have gave away all.
They gave it away too. No, I agree, 100%.
You know
I
what I
agree.
mean? So you had to take a swerve somewhere and be like, oh, okay. It wasn't gonna be Zack Sabre Jr. You know what I mean? It was dope
As it should have been.
It wasn't gonna be him. It wasn't gonna be my man's Kyle O'Reilly. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Who else? Mark
You know
Briscoe?
who it could have been, and we'll talk about it. But it could have been that guy. And I'll bring him up when we talk about a different match, but it could have been him.
It could maybe.
It could have been
based off
could have
the
been him.
people
Or it could have been.
that- honestly,
There's a roster full of guys it could have been. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But,
But I'm
you
That
can't
would
be
be
mad
my
at the
pick.
Christian Cage.
I'm only going off people that we've seen. You know what I mean? Out of everybody that we saw, it only really made sense for Hangman and then Christian Cage. And it
No,
was
I
dope.
agree. Yeah, I agree. Because if Ricochet would have won it, the marks would have been out and about. Oh my God, they let Ricochet win. Another WWE guy is going for the world title.
bro. And they were still, excuse my language. I don't know if he cuss on the hot tags, but people were still bitching. They're like, they buried him already. I'm like, what?
Yo, I'm
My man,
dead.
my man showed out.
Y'all can't make y'all happy.
The man showed down
Nah.
and had an amazing
Yeah.
pop, bro. They popped for him out there, man. They really
I'm
did.
not gonna lie.
So,
The last thing I want is two WWE guys and AEW in the ring with each other, just hinting at the
Yeah.
other place. I kind of hate that.
you know, this is hot tag. So a hot take is while we were watching this, and I quote Brandy Savage said, "Zack Sabre Jr. is a bad wrestler."
What?
Wow. That's
I did not
crazy.
say that. Hold up. I didn't say that.
What was the words that you said?
I said he looked like Ivan Drago. That's all I said.
Who?
I kept saying the guy from
Okay.
Rocky.
He truly said he was boring.
Nah,
On his way to the ring. Yes, that's what I said. It's like, who is
I'm
that
not
guy?
gonna
Who's
hold
boring?
I'm not a Zack Sabre guy because I hate technical wrestling. That's well known. But when he wasn't doing his technical wrestling shit in the gauntlet match, I thoroughly enjoyed his wrestling. He's a dog, 1,000% of the way.
Yeah. But let's get into some real technical wrestling.
Boo.
Chris Jericho, Hook.
Boo.
Nah, honestly, I think the funny part about this match is the entrance was probably the best part. I think it's Fozzie's performance.
If you knew the Fozzy song,
I mean, did I know the Fozzie song? Marcus is making stuff up now.
No, I said no. You said it was a cool entrance. I said yeah. If you knew the Fozzy song.
Oh, I mean, I don't need to know the song. It was just cool, like dude walking up to the ring with the mic, walking down, singing. That's just gangster, like you know. And with a Wemby crowd, like Chris Jericho can now walk out of there and be like, "I performed at Wemby on the mic," and it's
twice.
True. He did.
Twice.
He's the man.
He did it last year.
I know. I'm saying he's the man. Like honestly, yeah.
He's not no man.
But-
Stop lying to that man.
He's the man because he can do whatever he wants.
Do you truly think he could sing though?
I think he's like a decent singer. Like I don't think he should be like in a famous band. That's not where that's not the level he's at. But he's a rock star, so I get it. The dude's still
True.
a rock star. I don't get
True.
it, you know. Yes. But with all that said, Hook goes down to the ring, and I have to say, the dude just got no aura. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys hear about this match. Except Chance, we're doing no Chance.
Hold on.
I thought we were done. I thought we were done with the match when he brought it up.
Yeah, I swear to God, I was like,
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
No, but for real though, let's
move on. No.
like my thing is, man, it's just like, yo, what's up with Hook, man? It's like, what are we gonna do, dude? In my opinion, get rid of this freaking FTW championship. Why is it on television? It's not a real thing. No one cares for it besides Taz. That's why he made it.
Yo, did you hear the interview? When
Forget the story, dude. It's what lineage does this FTW title really have to any other promotion? Like, it's not compared to anything. Like, those two titles Chance has hanging on the back of his wall means more than the FTW championship in any promotion you put it in. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, get rid of this belt. It's not cool. It's not fun. It's like really wasted time. This is really just so Jericho can have another moment on pay-per-view because he has his streak going on. And I like the fact that it puts Hook on TV. And I like everything about Hook. But it's just boring. It's just not making good television.
I'm not going to hold you. I low-key got to come to Jericho's defense. One's probably the only time ever.
Do it.
So Jericho probably prides himself on getting guys over, right? Bringing guys to the next step, evolving their careers. So he probably took this Hook project as like a passion project to like help put Hook over. But Jericho is just so washed and it's not needed no more that like it didn't really do anything for Hook because Hook's in the same position he was last year leaving Wembley. You know what I mean? Just last year, the FTW championship was on the pre-show and now it's on the main card. And it's like, damn, nobody still wants this. I won't go as far as Marcus said and like, oh, the FTW championship is worthless because I'm not gonna hold you. TK and Hook, they chewed that report around when they asked him. I was like, well, why you have Hook fighting for this worthless championship? And they were like, whoa. And like, I don't think it's worthless. I just think as long as the FTW championship is in the picture, it will always hinder Hook.
Okay, you going for the FTW championship or you going for the international championship?
I'm going for whatever title shot they're giving me.
You going for the FTW championship or you going for the United States championship?
Whatever opportunity they give me. Listen, I'm an easy worker.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this. FTW 24/7 title.
Jeez. Now,
Jesus
there's a
Christ.
reason for that. The reason for that is because Hook has
Just
no
saying.
aura. Chance kind of alluded to that. Hook just is not that guy. Chance, the only thing I will disagree with you on is nobody can get this guy over. So it doesn't matter. It wasn't even just.
No,
It's
no, no,
not
no, no,
Jericho's
I'm,
fault.
I'm,
It's not
no, no.
Jericho's fault.
I
Samoa
won't
Joe
say.
tried it too. He couldn't do it.
Whoa. I'm not gonna hold you. After that Samoa Joe match, Hook's stock was at an all-time high.
And it's
And-
not
and
that
it was-
high. It was like,
And it was at an all-time high, and then
I agree.
and they failed to do anything with it. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Look,
I think
all I know is
booking is a little hard, man.
my guy Brandon the guys in the chat. He's saying that the FTW is worthless.
It's
Jesus.
garbage. Throw it in the
Jesus
trash, Nikki
Christ.
Cross. But let's move on to the what should be like the main event or co-main event or whatever. But since mid cards can just be codes and stuff like that. But the Will Ospreay MJF International Championship match. Chance, what are your thoughts?
MJF coming out with the Doug Demidome hat and the colors, man, was hilarious,
Bro, Apollo Creed in the flesh.
bro. That man, he had the Lex Luger briefs when they fought out there the first time. I think in '92 when the F went out there. It was a great match, man. Will is just the best wrestler in the world, and MJF has a real case for being top 5, top 7. You know what I mean? Just two highly talented guys going back and forth. It was a phenomenal match, and it's like we knew the Tiger Driver was coming, right?
Yes, sir.
I think we all knew the Tiger Driver was coming, and we knew it was going to end the match. There was no way that MJF walked out of Wembley as the AEW American Champion, because if that was the case, he would have got jumped. MJF would have not made it back to the airport. I promise you that. he was just wilding.
Nah, he was, yeah.
Overall, man, it was great. I enjoyed it. Will has a strap now. Who know who Will Ospreay faces? Maybe it's Ricochet, because that's all they've been alluding to for the past couple years. Especially that Will says he thanks Ricochet for like really helping him like years ago. So who knows what happens, honestly.
That should be a banger.
Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. Honestly, I
Yeah.
will say that is the match that's going to determine if leaving WWE was the right call for Ricochet.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because everything's half speed in the WWE. Okay, let's see if you moving at full speed. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I don't think Ricochet versus Will Ospreay will look any better than Ray Phoenix versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I'm just talking. Marcus is looking at me crazy. I mean, like high fly, luchador.
Yeah, just flipping over each other,
acrobat.
doing the stance.
Yes. I'm talking about pure fliponics. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about like, because let's keep it above.
Yeah,
That's what.
as much as I love Ray Phoenix, Ricochet is 100 times better at the flippy shit than he is.
But it's similar movesets, though, right? I'm not wrong when I say it's extremely similar movesets.
I would say it is and it isn't, because Will Ospreay has developed a stronger style of wrestling into his moveset where he is flippy shit, but he can hit hard.
No,
so
I'm
Ricochet, I don't think Ricochet has that.
I'm talking about Ricochet and Ray Phoenix. I'm talking about this Ricochet and the other acrobatic guys. It's very similar. It's very similar movesets. You're not gonna see Ricochet pull out a power bomb. You know what I mean? Like you'll probably see him pop out one suplex every 3 matches. And that was probably off like a reversal off the top rope counter. You know what I mean? That's just not Ricochet's game. So
I mean, but in reality, we truly don't know what Ricochet is anymore, because we've only seen this WWE version of Ricochet and what he's been like being told to do. So, you know, like let it build up. Let it see what Ricochet. Let's see what Ricochet still got in his bag, bro.
No, I think
The
Ricochet's
Prince
still
is
gonna
back, and
cook.
I'm hyped for it.
The Prince is back. The
Oh,
Prince
man.
is back. Now, I think like you know, we had Daniel Garcia return, and I think the main part of like the return, I just hate when someone returns, and this goes back to WWE too, like to Finn Balor. It's like when you turn, right? You have this idea of like, I'm gonna attack that guy because it's personal, but like, don't you want the title? Like you just helped Will
Right.
Ospreay win the belt, and then you're just gonna fight with MJF after? Why don't you just have MJF keep the title, and then fight MJF? He wanted a match with you.
Because it goes back to what we've said like a few weeks back, on our regular pod, man, MJF Daniel Garcia really doesn't need the title.
That's true.
Just two New Yorkers who just hate each other. You know what I mean? They just want to shoot the ones.
Give me my fair one.
You know what I mean? So it really doesn't need that. All I know is, man, all those WWE marks that were saying Daniel Garcia is WWE bound, they all got the Arthur fist right now, man. They are mad. They are probably punching a wall till this very second because they were wrong and all their false reports were wrong. So that gives me really high hopes on Ricky Starks. But it was really cool to see Daniel back out there and his new, like, he had the serious look to him. Like, all right, I'm ready to like ball now. I'm about to show y'all what I'm truly about. So it was really cool. And like you said in the comments, man, yeah, that match was incredible. Like, it was a good match. MJF, Will Ospreay, man, they killed it. I would even say it was better than their first match. You know what I mean? So it was just really dope to watch. It was better than their first match,
and didn't need as much time.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, Daniel Garcia. That's Daniel Garcia and MJF. That's sure to come. But what do you guys think is next for Will Ospreay?
Ricochet.
Think it's Ricochet?
It's Ricochet.
Man, I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Isn't it Pac? Wait, hold up. Isn't it Pac?
It's Pac. It's Pac. Yeah, it's Pac. Yeah.
So now that's where my theory comes into play. It's gonna be Mox, because Mox is the only one. But that's just my theory.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Pac and Will Ospreay is definitely gonna cook. Him and Ospreay's probably gonna go over that. Mox is a good shout, man, but I don't know. I think the BCC and John Moxley have more to discuss when Moxley comes back. So,
but yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. But it all ties into each other.
Yeah.
The next match we had was the Mercedes Moné Britt Baker TBS Championship.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
start one thing. I want to start with one thing. When was the last time the AEW Women's Championship was further in the card than a TBS title? It's been a minute. It's been like, what, a year now?
Yeah, it's been
a year. It hasn't just been just Mercedes. It's been the way that's been booked for like the last year now, and that's insane.
Yeah, it really like frustrates me a little bit.
It's insanity. Even when it was Julia versus Willow, you know what I mean? It was still further in the card than Tony. And it's nothing against those two girls because they're both studs. We know, you guys know how we feel about them. They're great wrestlers. But when they say the AEW Women's, they don't say just the AEW Women's Championship. They say the AEW Women's World Championship, and that's earlier. And that's earlier in the card than your network television mid card title for the women. And that's crazy. And that's crazy to me, especially since I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but Twitter verified my feelings. That match was ass. I did not enjoy that match. I did not enjoy that match.
I'm kind of right there with you. It was the match I was outside of the Tony Storm match. It was probably the match I was most excited for, and I'm disappointed in that. I'm disappointed in the match because Marcus and Martin, it was like, nah, you just haven't seen Britt Baker wrestle in a while. She hasn't been here in a while. She's a great wrestler. This, that, and the third. I was like, I'm gonna get a banger. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I got a Sunday afternoon stink fest. You know what I mean? Shit was garbage. And let me not say it was garbage.
It was a margarita match.
It was a margarita match, 1,000%. It wasn't. I didn't enjoy it. The Mercedes, she has to change her finisher. I didn't enjoy her finisher. Is just
it's flat.
It's complex. You know what I mean? Because naturally, the people who landing, they're gonna cover their face. You know what I mean? But they're not subtle about it at all. It was just a weird match. There's mad clips showing that Britt was just half-assed and shit. You know what I mean? I'm disappointed. That should have not been your co-main event.
I mean, but at the same time, Tony didn't know that was going to happen. Like in his mind, he was thinking like I was. So this is about to be a banger. I just got and I don't care what nobody says. I'll fight it, dude. Just because you have one bad match doesn't make you a bad wrestler. Like Britt Baker can work. She can work her ass off, and I know she can. It was lackluster. It was her second match, third match in almost over a year. It's just I said in our last episode, man. I felt like this match, this rivalry was rushed. It shouldn't have happened. We should have gave Mercedes someone else, and we should have built up, Britt coming up the card again or something like that. But I get what Tony's trying to do. You're trying to sell tickets. You're trying to outsell stadiums and stuff. So you just gave us a rush match. I will say it shouldn't have been the co-main event. Like it definitely shouldn't have. But I get why it was. Shouts out to Mercedes for having a dope entrance, I guess. But
And that's
you know,
and that's
It was
and I feel like
actually wasn't
it takes
a
two.
rushed
It takes
match.
two to.
It was just a rush
No.
finished.
No, but the story of it was rushed. You know what I
okay.
mean? So like we really didn't have the time to develop the hatred that they have for each other. It was just like, oh, I'm back, and you're not about to take over the company because you signed or whatever.
I see what
So-
you mean.
It wasn't great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do. Listen, I'm on the wave. Listen, Marcus, I'm with you. Not one bad match doesn't make a wrestler. I agree with you on that. And it's disappointing, man, because we had such an amazing women's match earlier in the day. And I'm not gonna lie, putting this match directly after the MJF Will Ospreay match, you're still riding on a high. You know what I mean? In order to ride that high, and
I feel
then
you.
like you're just suckered low. It's rough. It's a rough match, and it sucks because this is one of the matches that like probably a lot of people would have still paid tickets to go watch this match even if it was early on the card. Just start
I feel that.
respecting your AEW Women's World Title. Respect your Women's World Title more and put it further in the
No,
card.
I agree with you 100%. That's what Hugh said that match was straight boo boo.
Boo boo.
Brendan the guy says, "Oh, Mercedes said she only has 5-star matches and she always delivers everything in the ring."
I mean,
That might be true.
deliver.
That might be true, but when her
That was
co-partner can't
that
dance
was
with
5
her,
stars. That was 5 stars. That was 2.5 stars.
yeah. Also, to Brendan, to answer your other question about Pac being part of the BCC, I'll let you know why when we get to the main event. Why I think that's happening.
Now, next we had the wonderful coffin match for the TNT Championship. Now, honestly, I thought the match was going to be a little bit more gruesome, but I do want to hear what you guys have to say.
Gruesome.
Daniel,
He
you
put
could-
my man's in a He put my man's in a body bag.
That wasn't that bad. Like I
Bro,
expected more.
was
Like
that
go
on your
over there
bingo
and hit him
card?
with a chair while he's in the body bag. That's what I feel.
Bro, he put him in a body bag, bro. What more do you, bro? When niggas say I'm gonna put that nigga in a body bag, no, he actually put him in a body bag, bro. and he
You know what I think
dragged
it
him.
is? I think Marcus set my expectations high with a glass casket.
I set my own expectations high. You know what I mean?
Bro,
But Darby
delusional.
coming out with thumbtacks glued to his face is kind of crazy,
Out of
bro.
pocket, bro. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Bro,
It was pretty crazy.
I'm
That
yo,
was
Darby doesn't care
insane,
about
and-
nobody's life.
Did he headbutt him for that to mean anything or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
No.
it just meant nothing. He just wanted to be Hellraiser.
He just wanted to come out looking all crazy. It's a wild match. That I mean, I gotta say, I thought it was pretty wild. The body bag was crazy. How many freaking back bumps did Darby take on top of that freaking casket before he decided to lay up in it? One thing I didn't get was how long it took for Jack Perry to kick him in the face when he was trying to climb out of the body bag and out
It
of the
took so
casket.
long. He had to go all the way around the camera guy.
No, for real. I thought that was pretty wild. How disrespectful. Like, all right, China, you're a wrestler, bro. And before I close the casket, I kick you in the face and I spit in your face and close it.
Bro, it was one. I'll probably be hot as fuck, but as a viewer, bro, I was
Then-
like, oh, he's
then-
I'm
then
like,
knowing
oh,
you-
you're
Bravo.
bold. Oh,
Then
Bro.
knowing you have to sit there and wipe my saliva off your face for another
Yeah.
and wait 15 minutes for Sting to
15
come out.
Yep.
not,
Just
not
waited
only
there.
Sting didn't come out just because he spit in his face. The Young Bucks tried to kill him.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
tried to light him on
100%.
fire.
Bro, they put gasoline in the casket. They put gasoline outside the gasket. And Sting was like, no. There's not about to be a
He's like,
murder in London.
Everybody chill out.
Yeah, but I will say this. I feel like Jack Perry has come so far since last year. All in. You know what I mean? Like he's an actual
Mhm.
guy now. Like
Dude.
he's not a jag. He's just a guy. He's one of the guys.
That's
So to see,
that's actually one of the questions I had for you guys. How the fuck did Jack Perry win me over?
because he made his own belt and he's him now.
He's him
Because-
now.
Because in your own words, you love the justified heel.
That's right. And you know what? A justified heel getting amazing chants. Let's talk about those chants.
Mhm.
Fuck CM Punk. Back in the day, a couple months ago, these chants used to kind of like, I was like, oh, this is gross. This is kind of whack. But now, justified heel shit. I love it.
Just right now, dude. I mean, I've been cool with Jack Perry. You know what I mean? I wasn't on the other side of the line when things happened with CM Punk. You know, but I'm happy he's doing something that in the long run worked out because I guess people really felt like his career might have been over after all that had happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then him tearing up the. I guess it's all been a work. This is one of Tony Khan's long term storytelling that he's put he's put on with Jack Perry. So I think it's been really cool what he's been doing and. Still a great match. Still an awesome match to watch.
It's kind
That's
of funny
fair.
because during the Young Bucks match, they were chanting for CM Punk, and then when old boy pulled the glass out the bag, they were chanting, "Oh, cry me a river." Oh, cry me. I was like, oh man. But London
Oh
deserves more
yeah,
wrestling. London, a
Sean.
1000% deserves a whole lot more wrestling.
Sean Licker says, "What's up, fellas?" He's in the chat,
You're
and
Yeah.
Hugh said, "Jack Perry will always be Tarzan." So
Always.
as long as he has a
whatever.
muffin chops, he will be Tarzan. I agree with you.
The muffin chops are pretty wild.
But yeah, Jack Perry. I think he's him now. I think those sideburns are actually working. I don't know how, but yeah, that brings us to our a quick ad, guys. Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, and every promo is celebrated in fashion. From the legendary 3 count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling, we've got the latest gear to elevate your wrestling wardrobe. Show off your passion for the squared circle. It's not just clothing, it's a lifestyle. Come shop with us and unleash your inner champion at foursidesofthering.com. That's foursidesofthering.com. That's foursidesofthering.com, guys. You heard it there. Now, we don't have any of our merch on right now. I'd love to show you guys some more new stuff, but we're gonna move on to the main event. What'd you guys think of Swerve Strickland swerving when he drives with Bun B and West Side? And what'd you guys think of MJF?
MJF.
I'm sorry, I said MJF. I'm sorry, Daniel Bryan.
I was like, what? I'm like, were you watching Wembley All In from next year?
Last year, I did
Yes.
watch it last year.
My man's got the vision. He's like, that's the main event next year. Y'all don't
It's
even
the
know.
main event.
And I'm
Y'all
still
heard it.
here.
Y'all heard it here first.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Texas.
Could you imagine MJF with that gimmick in Texas against Swerve? That'd be
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
I'm the real American. Whoa, buddy. My God. That's the wrong type of audience. Nah, man. Interest was anytime you get the final countdown is always a good time. The match was incredible. My wife was watching it with me. She was like, "Why is he bleeding?" I'm like, it's cinema. It's amazing. There's nothing more that I want right now. Like when he was taunting the kids and his wife, she's like, "Oh my God, is that playing?" I'm like, I'm sure. Like he asked him if he can do it, and he co-signed it. He just want to be an asshole and just do that in front of him and his kids for no reason. You know what I mean? Like these guys are cool backstage. I would hope so. Imagine like it's not planned. You're just bringing your husband's limp body in front of your kids. This is your father. No, that's daddy. You know what I mean? But it was incredible. I didn't care who won. It was just an incredible match from start to finish, and it was incredible, man. It was honestly one of the best matches I've probably ever seen in my life. It was everything you can want from a match.
100%.
Everything, the emotional aspect of it, like when BD tried to hit that first kick and Swerve just like brushed it off. That was cold as hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He just couldn't put him away. It was great, man. That's an all timer for sure.
Yeah, no, man, I agree with you. I think all the like the cinematic parts of that match were just like it was just really great. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things where it was like from Swerve, beating, Danielson in front of his kids, you know what I mean? Doing an old school spot like that in front of his kids, in front of his wife, who everyone knows, you know what I mean? So he does that. Then, Danielson taking all these crazy bumps, you know what I mean? For a second, a lot of people was like, oh man, he's taking these wild bumps. Like he's probably going to retire. Like Swerve is going to take this title. And like I said, man, Tony Khan, man, if there's anything he knows how to do, that man knows how to book a main event because it just draws you in, and you're so invested into the match, and you just want all these other like great things to happen. And Daniel finally did it. I hope. I don't know what it means because right didn't he technically become a free agent? So
No, why would he be? Oh, because his contract is up.
his
Technically,
contract was up, right? His contract was up
I'm.
technically, so he's
I
champion
mean,
now.
nah. Listen. Ultimately, at the end of the day, listen. They're gonna figure out. They're gonna figure out the money for these last couple matches that he has. I personally think that he drops his title back to Swerve at Wrestle Dream.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? It's both their home state. It just makes sense. And then he takes a break to Wrestle Kingdom and or Wrestle Dream, either or, because he did say he would like his last match to be in the Tokyo Dome. So there's not a bigger moment. It's not a bigger moment for him. It was a beautiful match, man. Even when Hangers got involved, and I thought he was gonna ruin the match for him, he kind of did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my man came out looked like he just got done drinking like a fifth of sun, bro. he came
With
out,
the bottles, with the bottles with the X's on it.
man came out there looking all
He's
wild,
straight
bro. It's
boozing.
like for
Yeah,
real,
he
just
said.
straight, yeah. I
I'm
was
not
like,
gonna
yeah,
lie.
when he grabbed Nana, I was like, not Nana, bro, don't do it.
Oh, no.
Don't do it.
Nana him went to go to the back for some coffee because this dude clearly too drunk.
Yeah, no, 100%, bro. hundred
Listen,
percent.
that's a plug. Go to Prince Nana Coffee and
Mhm.
what's our promo
Four
code,
sides,
Brandy?
four sides of the ring.
Both sides of the ring. You
OTR.
can try tea and coffee. I don't drink coffee,
Donut
but
shop
it
coffee
tastes amazing.
is delicious.
Mhm.
That's a
Tea the
plug.
peach tranquility is delicious.
Plug talk.
But no, man, I will say that Giachano was watching this, right? All three of us were watching this, clearly with Ram, and like Brian wins this match, dude, and he brings his wife, brings her sister, the kids, and the whole family comes to stage for her. My brother's just like, damn, Brie looks good. She looks like she could still go, and I'm just like, dude, she's like 45 years old. She's not wrestling.
Washed. Nah, it's
No,
kind of
facts.
crazy. It's kind of crazy because the sister was tweeting and she was like, "Yeah, this is the first time I let the kids watch a wrestling match, and they're so enamored with it." But one of the comments was, Are you gonna show your matches?" She was like, "Yeah, I think I might have to." And that's a dope experience, man. You know what I mean? I think it's safe
Mhm.
to say that Brian Daniels' kids will be wrestlers.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
You know what I
Name
mean?
Ram has a
hundred percent.
Especially
theory.
Yeah, Never has a theory that
Oh yeah,
Birdie and the Mike or the Miz's daughter will be wrestling each other in 20 years. So
that's crazy.
the feud continues.
the
The
feud
feud can
continues.
Nah, listen, I think probably made up by now. Who knows? But overall, it's an incredible main event, incredible way to end your show. I don't honestly after that kind of match, I don't think it mattered who won or who lost. You know what I mean? It
Hmm.
was
They both
Mhm.
walked out winners, and
they
and
both walked
everybody
out winners.
everybody was hating that swerve tapped, and me and Brittany were talking about it, and it's just like it protects him in a way. You know what I mean? He had no choice but to tap. He was sitting in the center of the ring. You know what I mean? He was stuck. He couldn't do nothing. Couldn't get out of it. So it made
I
sense to
don't
tap. I didn't want Danielson to win with the interruption by Hangman because I felt
Yep.
like that kind of would have tainted the win a little bit. But since it didn't happen, I thought him tapping out was perfect.
Perfect.
I have a theory. Danielson he made Okada tap, so it's perfectly okay to make Swerve tap.
100%.
No, yeah, facts,
You
It's
hundred
know what I
Daniel
mean?
percent.
Bryan's submission. It's okay.
He made didn't he make
Facts.
Zack Saber tap as well? And Zack Saber never tapped out either.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he beat Brock Lesnar and what's his face the same night for the titles? So
Oh, Batista.
Batista, yeah. So there you go, Batista.
Yeah,
I don't know.
listen, I have not. When it comes to specific wrestlers, like if he would have tapped, if Daniel Garcia would have made Swerve tap out, I would have been screaming bullshit on the top of my lungs. You know what?
Danhausen.
Danhausen, I would have been screaming bullshit. I would have been marching. But honestly, with one of the greatest of all time in Danielson, he makes you tap out in the middle of the ring in the main event while putting you over that whole entire match. You can't be mad at it. Swerve has solidified
Thanks.
himself as a main eventer in AEW for as long as Swerve can hold that down. And I think when Okada, Will Ospreay, and all these guys signed, and we knew Swerve was gonna get that title push, I think we were all kind of like, okay, where does this put Swerve? You know what I mean? We know his moment is
Mhm.
coming, but will he be able to hang? And I think this match kind of, in a way, silenced that. You know what I mean? that Swerve can hang with the big boys. The moment is not too big for him. He can wrestle with the best of them. So honestly, all in all, incredible match. It put both of these guys over. And Danielson, you deserve to retire whenever you're ready.
Facts.
Danielson, you can stay as long as you want, buddy. No one's rushing you out the door. With that said, Daniel Bryanson, the family all come to the ring, and the new trio championship champions walk to the ring and join them.
Mhm.
But there was one guy missing. I don't care if you're injured. Your boy's the champ. Your boys are the champ, and you are nowhere to be found.
Mhm.
So I have a question, guys. Is Pac the new Mox?
Might as well be.
Now I think Pac is the new BD when he goes. Might as well
Ah,
introduce him. Just might as well introduce him into the group a little bit early. You know what I mean? And plus, his guys were Penta and Phoenix, and allegedly, allegedly, they WWE bound.
allegedly. So
Allegedly,
Chance just put a pin in
Allegedly.
my theory. Basically, he just said, "No, no, no. Mox is gonna fight Daniel Bryan, not Will Ospreay."
Oh yeah, but the
that'd be a fire all out match.
the
I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
but the only reason why we're gonna get Danielson and Mox is because when Mox tries to come back, they're just gonna hit him like, "Where were you when we did this? Where were you when Will Yuta kept dying week after week after week after week after week on Ring of Honor and AEW? Where were you when Brian Danielson was getting jumped? Where were you when all this was happening? Oh, you was taking a vacation? I thought we don't take vacations. That's not what we do here at the BCC. You know who came back and started fighting hard? This man Pac right here. Helped us win titles. Helped came out and celebrated with your best friend, Brian Danielson. You couldn't even come out and celebrate with him. He won the title. You're out of here. But I'll tell you what. This is Brian Danielson right here. Ready? I'll tell you what, Mox. If you want to verse me, I'll put the title and my career up at All Out. Me and you 1-on-1. Because at this point, whoever beats Danielson, man has to retire from AEW.
I don't
You
think
drop
that's
the
fair.
you drop the title and you retire, bro. You go all out. Why not?
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna,
but I feel like when you do the title career combo, you're solidifying like you're not losing. You know what I mean?
Not if you choose the right guys, though.
I don't.
If you choose the right guys and tell the right story, you have anybody flip flopping. Oh yeah, he's gonna retire Daniel. He's gonna retire Daniel.
I will say this, right? If my theory is correct and Danielson retires at Wrestle Dream against Swerve, right? Like full time, like his last AEW match for a while will be against once again Kenny Omega at Wrestle Dream in the Tokyo Dome. The only way it should go because the only time they had a match was what in Grand Slam and Arthur Ashe when I wasn't watching AEW, so I couldn't appreciate that great moment that I'll probably never get again.
You might get
Yeah.
it if you go to Tokyo.
I ain't.
you got
I'll
it.
tell
You
you.
gotta go to Tokyo. Hit to find a countdown.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to Tokyo for a wrestling match. That's the last thing on my mind. I am an otaku. I want to experience Japanese culture, anime wise, not wrestling wise. I'll tell you that right now. When I'm out
Damn,
there,
you're not gonna go to a New Japan match if they have one when we go.
if
Bro.
bro, and plus they don't be
We
loud.
got
They
to.
enjoy, bro. They
got
enjoy
to.
the, bro. They stay
Got to.
quiet and they clap. I'm not a clapper. I'm like,
We're New
yeah,
Yorkers, baby. We come in the building with Puerto Rican flags and go crazy.
bro. Eddie Kingston's gonna come out and be like, yeah, and then we're gonna get kicked out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be my fault.
No, you get kicked out on your own. Oh, I will say it back. You're right. Damn it.
Yeah, we be kicked out and be like, yo, bro, we spent 50,000 yen on these tickets. We didn't get it. We didn't get past the intro match. We didn't get past the opening match.
It'd be like that. Then I feel like if you go to Japan, you're gonna wanna go to a New Japan
I'm
event.
like, yo, Brandy
We
got
gotta go.
belligerent
Gotta
5
go.
minutes
You gotta go to
in.
one.
Brandy
Turn
got belligerent
savage.
5 minutes into the match. He asked for a Corona. He didn't have a Corona. He smacked the bartender.
Childish,
like- That's like I feel like you just gotta do it, right? You've already been to WrestleMania. Now we gotta go to All In. And we gotta go to the Tokyo Dome.
the Tokyo Dome.
Tokyo
Do
Dome
it big.
Tokyo
Then
Dome
you-
is insane.
You've done I guess you could say you've done all three. You know what I mean? I gotta meet somebody who's done all three. Anybody in the chat has done all three? WrestleMania, All In. Since All In is pretty new, I'd highly doubt it, but All In and
Wrestle
Tokyo
Kingdom?
Dome.
Tokyo
Wrestle
Dome?
Kingdom.
That's That's in January. We're not making it out there in January.
That's a hell of a wrestling year if you do all of it in one year.
That's a crazy year. I don't think anybody
That's,
who could afford that. Not me.
you know what you do? You
Green
just don't
shirt, green
pay.
shirt guy.
You don't pay rent for the year. You don't pay rent for the year, and you hope your landlord is lenient enough to understand your vision.
You go move in with your parents, and you don't pay. You don't give them no money. You eat their
At all.
food. You use their luxury.
At all. You don't
Yeah,
even, bro. You
so,
you trade in your car. You trade in your car. You get a Metro card, and you fucking just all your money is going to the Tokyo Dome.
Now, with Christian winning the number one contender match, it's set for him and Danielson. Do you think they'll go right into it? Do you think they'll build? Do you think Daniel fights somebody else?
It
What do you
doesn't.
guys think is next?
It doesn't make sense for Christian Cage to be like, okay, me and you at the main event of All Out. That's not his game.
It's not his game.
it's not.
That's
It's
not
not.
his game. Why is he gonna try to fight him in a straight up in a one-on-one match? He's in to
It's
catch
not.
him. He's in to catch somebody slipping at the end of one of these things. You know what I mean?
Personally, I think
And
what if Daniel's like, yo, I don't even want to fight you. I want to fight your boy. And he fights Luchasaurus. And Luchasaurus wins. But he refuses to give up the belt this time.
It doesn't matter about refusing to give
Cash
the
in,
belt.
bam, they fight.
Hey, bro, it doesn't matter if he refuses. Nick Wayne's gonna try to put him out, and then Christian Cage is gonna hit him with a spear. and pin him.
Luchasaurus?
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like it's not Chance is right. This is not something that's gonna happen like really fast or anything like that. I could see him trying to like cash it in at Wrestle Dream when Swerve wins again for the second time. You know what I mean? And taking it away from Swerve. But like I said, I feel like if Luchasaurus is gonna turn or Kill Switch, I'm sorry, if Kill Switch is gonna turn, the only way to like make him turn and make him do it right at this point would just let him turn when Christian cashes in that contract. You know what I mean? And he takes out Nick Wayne, Mama Cage, Christian Cage.
Is her
And
name
then
Mama Cage now?
I don't know. They're all Cage, bro.
They're all
Wayne
Cage.
Cage, Killswitch
Lucha
Cage,
Cage.
Lucha Cage. They're all cages, bro. Everybody's a cage. Jono Cage, you know what I mean?
Listen,
We all need to
that
pop up one day. We all need to
that
pop
is
up
my
one day.
father.
The turtleneck. That is my father.
Wait, what?
That is my father.
The turtleneck, bro. I'm ordering everybody one. Merry Christmas.
Sleeveless turtlenecks. That's crazy.
When Christian Cage wins the AEW World Championship, we're all gonna pop up on here with turtlenecks.
I'm not gonna hold you. I would pop.
We're all just gonna say like this the whole time, the whole episode.
Yeah, it's mad funny. I'm like, my cousin Sino, he hit me up. He's like, yo, bro, why don't you hate Christian Cage? He's obviously past 45. I was like, he's my father. I can never hate my dad. He hates me.
You know, I remember like when SummerSlam ended, they there was a big stigma coming out around saying like, oh, if you like story, it moves stories forward, but it didn't have the wrestling. I think All In came out and delivered stories and wrestling and did a great job of it. I feel like every match somewhat was entangled with everything else. Like you had the Pac Mox controversy that we're all making up. You have this Daniel Bryan and Christian with the Casino Gauntlet, and now we have Swerve Strickland and Hangman circling the block for a new round of feuds.
I don't even think it's a
You
new
got-
round. New round. I think it's a one more timer. You know what I mean?
I know
Swerve
what
is
you
gonna
mean.
be
It's
like,
still a new
Swerve is gonna
round.
be like, I can't keep fighting you because
Yeah,
you
like-
hate me.
Yeah.
Get over it. Build a bridge.
Get over it. Build it up for real.
You are obsessed, bro. It's okay.
He really is.
No, but I think it's unfair to say that it's to compare to like SummerSlam because All In is really their WrestleMania, so they're ending storylines, but also kind of building new ones. Where SummerSlam was set up just to continue storylines.
You remember when you was fighting me last year when I told you All In was their WrestleMania, and you was like, "Nah, man, it's double or nothing." Look at you coming around.
Yeah,
Came around.
came around. Double or nothing is like their SummerSlam.
It's too close to be the SummerSlam, but I feel you.
Now, I got
Actually,
one more
it's
question.
it's really hard to complain because these pay-per-views happen in any given time of the month and any given time of the day. So
Yeah,
who knows what Tony Khan is? Right? It's just random
as
as
hell,
hell.
bro. Random as
Drop a
hell.
pay-per-view. Drop a pay-per-view.
Yo, DK, release the tickets for Full Gear, man. I'm trying to get.
I'm trying to see something.
Yeah, facts. I'm trying to see something.
All I want to see is a chair.
Nah, I thought we were doing Bad Blood. We're going to Bad
Y'all
Blood, China.
doing-
You're
Y'all
coming,
doing Bad
bro.
Blood. I'm going to Full Gear.
You're not
I'm
coming to
buying-
Atlanta with us?
I'm not
You're not
buying
You're
a
not
gonna
going
fight
to
to
see
Atlanta.
that, Chief.
I'm not buying a fight to Atlanta. I'm going to the pay per view that's 15 minutes away from my crib.
That's the best part, bro. You don't gotta fly. I'll come pick you up and bring you back home.
Bet, do that. You gotta come pick me up from my
What?
crib and
Say
drop me off
less.
at my crib.
I'm fit. No, I'm
No,
not
not
fit to
you,
drive.
not you, Brandy. Marcus. It has to be
Going-
Marcus.
Going
Can't
on
come
a road
along
make
trip.
for
a
the
trip.
ride.
Brandy would make a trip out of it. Brandy would make a trip
Wow,
out
I'm
of
not
it.
even allowed. Like, wow. My best friend and my
'Cause
cousin gonna do a road trip without me. It's crazy. It's
I'm not
crazy.
gonna
It
hold you.
sounds as crazy when I said it out loud too.
You know why? It's because at least Marcus's mission would be to literally to come pick me up and to come drop me off. Your mission would be, all right, I came to Staten Island a day earlier. I'm gonna go link A, B, C, and D, and then what's gonna happen is Marcus is gonna pull up on me in an Uber talking about, yeah, Brandy sleeping.
So we taking this Uber to Atlanta. You want to split it?
He's taking this Uber to Atlanta, and then Jacob's gonna tell me, nah, he'll make it back to Atlanta. Sound familiar?
Yes. Didn't I pull through?
He did pull through though. He did pull through.
An hour and
did
a half
pull up.
late. An hour and a half fucking late.
What I missed? I'm not even gonna go there.
You don't go there, bro. You miss great matches. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I missed some decent ones. I feel like there was like one match I was upset about. I think it was an OC match, but it is what it is.
Was it that match? I feel like that was our margarita match.
It might have been. You're right.
No,
yeah.
no. Yeah. It was,
Yeah,
it was,
he's right. It was a margarita match.
Yeah, it was a margarita match. And then we saw Jericho was coming out, so we stood out longer for another margarita.
Yes, we actually watched way too much of the Jericho match.
Did we really? I feel like we missed it completely.
No, we watched a lot of it. We got back to our seats and we sat there like, why did we come for this?
I was cheering on for Brendan the guy. I said I would that night because I know how much he loves Chris Jericho.
Who doesn't love Chris Jericho?
Isn't he
Yeah,
the greatest?
Brendan the guy is one of the branches of the tree. So
The learning tree.
Bye, guys.
So
it's low key growing on me.
it's low key. It's so.
He'd be like, "Hi guys."
It's a train wreck. It's a train wreck.
like Jesus.
make it your notification for your phone every time you get a text.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Hi guys.
Hi guys. Jesus Christ. Who's texting you? Hi guys. Is that Chris Jericho?
Is that Chris Jericho? With that
Oh,
said,
man.
we're gonna hit another commercial for you guys. What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad, Brandy's here to pick us right back up. Thanks to our partnership with SeatGeek, we got good seats and great prices. New users can score a fantastic $20 off their final ticket purchase by using the exclusive promo code 4SIDESOTR at checkout for any event. That's 4SIDESOTR. Tell them the bad guy sent you. That's 4SIDESOTR. Actually, the same code on the shop on 4sidesofthering.com. I think that gets you free shipping. Now that brings us. Now that brings us to the main event, guys. Main event is basically where I'm just gonna ask you guys, what was your favorite match, Marcus?
I gotta go with Danielson and Swerve, man. That was really my favorite match. I could honestly say that was probably the only match where like my eyes were glued to the television. I don't think I looked at my phone once. I don't think I was writing a single note. So I got to go with Danielson and Swerve on that.
Channel?
1,000%. That match was incredible. I couldn't ask for a more complete match ever. But if we have to say without that match, outside of that match, being what was my favorite match, the tag team match, the triple threat tag team match. Matt Caster being a finisher whore is what made it for me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I'd have to get to Tony Storm and Mariah May would be my second favorite match.
It's funny you say that.
I saw the last half of it, so I can't commit to that match as being my second favorite. But Max Caster being a finisher whore is hilarious. I never get those images on my head. My fault.
I've been debating it in my head, like which one is it, Mariah May, Tony Storm? But I'm actually going with the Jack Perry match. The Jack Perry Darby Allin squash. That match rocked. I'm not gonna lie, that was my favorite match. But now I'm gonna ask you guys, what was your favorite story? I think Marcus gave us his answer earlier, but he can go more on that.
My favorite story, man, is this Mariah May, Tony Storm. I'm just really excited to see what builds up for Mariah and how this championship reign is gonna go and last for her with this title, because she's an incredible, phenomenal worker. but I'm also really excited to see what Tony Storm is going to pull out of her bag for another gimmick, another segment, or how she's going to show us how Timeless is going to get crazy. So yeah, I think that this story. That story is probably my favorite story of the entire pay-per-view because it gave us 2 new stories to look forward to.
That's right. Channel?
Damn, Marcus said it beautifully. All right, so let me try to find another one.
You could just say, I agree.
Yeah, but just be like, ditto. I'm gonna have to go with Mercedes versus Britt Baker because I want to see what bullshit Britt comes up with to justify that performance. And then Mercedes, I want to see how she continues making the TBS Championship the echelon of women's championships in AEW. Because let's keep it bug. They flip-flopped.
It's getting closer and closer to the main event.
Bro, it's basically the main event, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. For the past year, I honestly want to say the last time the AEW Women's Championship outpaced the TBS title was when early on in Chris Statlander's title defenses. You know what I mean? I think that was honestly the last time. I feel like once Statlander was coming to the end, they switched on the card, and that was all she wrote. By the way, who won that match? Who won the tag team match?
I didn't watch that 0-hour match.
I'm not gonna
actually. I didn't watch 0-hour.
I saw Stokely hit a spine buster on Ishii, and I popped.
I bet you did.
And I was like,
you started singing Superstar, didn't you?
I did. Bright light disappear. Nah, honestly, so I saw the spine buster. I was like top 2. I was like, sorry, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I told you, bro. Ishii knows how to put somebody over, man. You know what I mean? He just be doing the craziest stuff. I bet you Ishii was like
over
Ishii,
Prince Nana.
Over Prince Nana is wild. Yeah, nah.
Who?
It's
what?
It's Prince Nana, then maybe Stokely.
No, you're wilding out. Stokely is hilarious.
Prince Nana's guy was literally main champion.
I have his coffee in my cabinet.
Listen,
he's partnered with us, bro. You can't be on live right now telling us that the guy we're partnered with is not second greatest.
Honestly, but
no
honestly, I was talking about this. I was like, overall delusional. It's clearly Paul Heyman and then Don Callis.
Oh, I did focus on Don Callis. You're right.
Yeah,
I did focus on Don Callis.
Bro, it's clearly the Don.
But all right, but then Prince Nana's top 3.
Stokely. Nah, Stokely's top 3, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Nana's number 4 for me, but Stokely's bro. I want you to go find that clip, bro. Stokely spine busted Ishii and celebrated like his life was on the line, and Ishii no-sold the spine buster. It was Prince Nana's not giving.
That sounds incredible, actually.
Bro, Nana's not giving me that. He's not giving Ishii a spine buster and popping. You know what I mean?
I can see it. That he gets a spine buster and just
starts dancing. But it was incredible. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I feel that.
So yeah, I think my favorite story of the night was probably I have to agree with both of you guys, the Toni Storm Mariah May match, and the reason is because it felt like we got a new star reign. A star was born. We always knew she was a star, when she's proved it over the reign. But Mariah May is a star. That's my favorite. That's my star of the night. Who would be your star of the night, guys? Chano?
Jack Perry.
Jack Perry. I like that answer.
Jack Perry. He showed it. He showed he's above it all.
You know who showed they're above it all? Pulling doubles. My guy Christian Cage, the star of the night.
Pulled double shift tonight.
Pulling a double shift tonight. You know what I mean?
He limped his ass down there, bro.
He did. Bro, my brother was like, "Why is he limping?" I said, "He was just part of a ladder match, bro." My man says tired. He's working some overtime right now. I'm telling you, before he went out there, he probably told Tony Khan, he was like, "Yeah, if I'm going out there, I'm winning this damn thing." Tony was like, "Okay, I guess."
Then he told the ref, he's like, "It's me now."
It's me now.
Yo, I'm sending you the clip of Stokely hitting Ishii with a spine buster. Is insane. He hits the shit out of it.
So yeah, guys, that's pretty much. I want to show you guys one more thing. Let's see some things we got coming up.
so precious. It's honestly one of the best titles. No, he's not deserving. And I'm your host, the one that makes them say, "Oh damn!" It's your boy. It's Nick Ram. World title reign. Rated RKO have combined. Oh god.
Yeah, guys, you guys can register now. That's available to go. You guys send it to that email. That's gonna be a lot of fun. If you guys didn't watch it, you guys should definitely watch it last season. And we also got some other things. We got Opinionated. That's also our game show. That's a lot of fun, just as much fun as 3 Count Trivia. And if you guys don't, I mean, I'm sure you guys know. And if you guys don't know, we also have 4 Sides of the Ring, which is our flagship podcast.
Wait, but I got some beef. I got some beef. I got beef with the wrestling realm boys. How you was in New York City yesterday and not text me, which is crazy. I mean, I wouldn't have pulled up anyway.
So then why text you?
But why? They didn't know I worked the 30-hour shift. You know what I mean? Nobody knew I worked the 30. Where was my text? I'm over here watching Hugh just being happy as hell in New York City.
You didn't see their story of them driving, listening to Nick Nemeth?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that, but also I'm not gonna hold you. When I got home at 12:30, I fell asleep until like 6. I'm not gonna hold you.
Fair enough. Hey, they got you next time. Hey, if you come out for WrestleCade,
you'll see them.
We'll see them.
That'd be crazy. They was in New York and I couldn't see them, but I can see them when they're in North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will drive you and I will pick you up and bring you back home.
This guy's just offering out rides. Just know, guys, he did the same thing for me when I moved to North Carolina. So,
that's facts. Actually, I flew and helped him drive back. But
yes,
for you, China, I will. And you don't even got to give me gas money. Just pay for your own food.
And take it.
Damn, I don't want to pay for my food. That's a deal breaker.
Come on, dude. I got
a margarita for you, bro.
You a grown ass man, bro. You can feed yourself.
All right, with that, guys, we're gonna get on out of here, so you guys can go on and get your plugs.
You can find me where you always find me at CHANCKO_. But also find me at 4SIDSOTR on Twitter, guys. Social media is taxing. Please forgive me if I don't tweet as much. It's honestly toxic as hell.
Facts, yeah. You guys can follow me. I am the founder MH on Twitter or the Marcus Hernandez on Instagram. But you already know. Follow us on all our social media platforms. 4 Sides of the Ring podcast.
That's right, 4 Sides of the Ring on YouTube. And if you made it this far, why haven't you subscribed? You can catch me on Twitter, Brandy freaking Savage. We love you guys. Thank you.